Hey guys, welcome back to the first video of the year. Today I'm going to be talking about why you're not improving as an artist.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Yes, I'm starting this year with the criticism. Pure criticism. I'm going to criticize you guys on how you try to learn how to improve on your art. First point is you're simply not drawing enough. As simple as that. You are not drawing enough. I mean, if you draw today and you leave it for a bunch of days before you get back to it, you can't expect yourself to improve by not being consistent in the first place. Think of it to be like you're trying to lose weight. If you're fat as fuck and you're going to the gym on day one and then you skip out on for like 2-3 weeks and you come back on the fourth week, what are you expecting to see? What kind of change are you expecting to see in your body? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So yes, you're not drawing enough. If you draw today and you don't draw tomorrow, you don't draw the next day, you don't draw for like the next 2 weeks and you come back to it, don't expect yourself to improve. Don't expect to see any improvement because you don't deserve it. You haven't worked for it. Yeah, that's that. And most of y'all try to draw because of the social media growth.
Stop it. Get some help.
Trust me, the numbers are just a bunch of people who got a chance to see your content, a bunch of people who probably didn't even have any interest in art. The numbers don't really tell the truth because not everyone gets to see your art. If you're trying to draw for the social media growth, then it means that if the numbers don't go up, you don't try to improve, you don't try to keep drawing. Most people don't draw enough because you don't get a lot of attention. And I think that's kind of stupid because the drawing is not for the sake of social media. It's for your self-improvement. It's to help you acquire a skill so you can actually have more job opportunities in the arts field. So try to be like me. I've currently been posting on Instagram and Facebook for like over 7 years, probably 8 years now, and I still don't even have 4,000 followers on Instagram. But I don't care. I mean, look at YouTube. I have like 970 something subscribers right now, but I still post every single time. Every time I get a chance, I post. Not just because I want to post on social media, but because I actually draw and then I realize, well, I need people to see this, so let me post. That's how you should be thinking about it. You shouldn't be drawing only when you feel like, nah, let me try and get attention from people I don't even know. Oh, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it's just like that. Alright, then this looks like it took a very long time on the first point, but it's worth it. The second point is that you're not learning. Why are you not learning?
Why are you running?
Well, now, what do I mean by you're not learning? It's really great to practice frequently. It's great to draw every day, like I said in the previous point, but you can't really depend on repeating the same thing that you know over and over again to get better. You can depend on that little information about anything in this world that you have in your teeny tiny brain to help you improve. If you're simply drawing over and over again without learning, then you're just repeating the same word over and over again. You're not learning any new words. You're not learning any new visual library stuff. You're not getting any visual vocabulary. What? Visual vocabulary? Is that even a thing? Whatever. It's like you're not piling stuff into your visual library. So like you're just repeating the same mistakes over and over again. If how you draw heads is actually wrong, you're gonna keep drawing the wrong thing over and over and over again. Nothing's gonna add up. So yes, you actually have to be learning something every single day. You have to be observing from real life stuff. That's why most people like to draw directly from life. You have to have reference photos that you use for your drawings. You have to actually learn the fundamentals in drawing and then apply it, which will be the next point. The next point is you're not practicing what you learn. This is like a combination of the first and second point, as you can see. The first point is about not drawing enough, which is not practicing enough. Second point is you're not learning. Now this third point is saying that you're not practicing what you learn. What do I mean by this? So like I said, you could learn a lot by watching YouTube videos. You might be watching a lot of content by other artists, studying their art style. But if you don't actually practice what you're learning, you're not gonna get better. Here's the thing: if you watch a lot of fitness videos, it doesn't mean you're gonna grow buff the next few days. Until you actually try to work out on your own, you don't see any improvements. There's not gonna be an improvement until you do it on your own. Because you could learn about perspective, you could learn about the fundamentals in art, but until you actually try to depict them in your art every single time you draw, there's not gonna be any difference. That's just how it works. Personally, what helped me was that back in primary and high school, I'd always been drawing comics. I still draw comics. And here's the thing. Here's actually what made me improve. It's not about the fact that I kept drawing over and over again. It was about the fact that I kept referencing from my favorite movies, my favorite cartoons, and poses from movie posters that I had. I kept trying to replicate those poses and I got better at drawing human figures in the right proportions, things like that. And whenever I learned something, I made sure I applied it in my comic. So if I see a beautiful car, I see a video about how to draw cars, and I learn how to draw a car, I intentionally try to pitch in some cars in my comic because it's gonna give me an opportunity to be practicing what I learned and still be happy about it. Also, if I learn how to draw the human head, every single human head that's gonna appear in my comics, I use the same method I learned. I don't try to draw the way I used to draw. I literally threw away my method and stick to the new one that I learned. I try to repeat it as many times as possible. If I'm drawing this character like 20 times in this episode, I literally use the same method to draw his figure over and over again. And I think that's actually what helped me to improve. When I learned how to draw in perspective, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point perspective, every single time I learned and understood one of them, I made sure that if I'm drawing buildings, I don't just draw them straight. I don't just draw them without any perspective measurements. I don't just draw orthographically. I try to depict the 3 point perspective, especially because that one was a bit more difficult. And I realized the more I do it, the more I understood it. The more I did it, the more I understood it. So, yeah, I was lucky I was applying the things that I was learning directly into my comics, and I actually didn't compare myself to anyone. That was the key. I was just focusing on what I wanted to do. I just wanted to tell a story in a better way. So I was kind of battling myself, and surprisingly, my improvements kept happening like every month. It became a monthly basis improvement, something. So, yeah, that's actually how fast you can improve if you're always practicing what you're learning. In my case, I was actually drawing a comic, so like I always had something to draw. Now we move on to the fourth step. We move on to the fourth point. One other reason why you don't improve in your art is that you don't have a professional artist that you look up to, or a professional artist you're trying to imitate. Yeah, this is kind of a shocker. I was actually shocked to know that some people have been watching YouTube videos. They claim they've been watching YouTube videos over and over again, trying to learn how to draw, like how to draw videos on YouTube, and they've never come across names like Sam Does Arts, Mark Brunette, Marco Bucci, Ethan Becker, and even the worst part of all, they didn't even know who Proco was. Proco has literally been posting on YouTube consistently about how to draw over and over again since 2012. How can you miss that? How can you miss that? I'm serious, like, how can you miss that? It's crazy. Like, how? How is that even possible? What have you been searching on YouTube? Are you even sure you know what YouTube actually is? Are you even sure you know what YouTube even is? God damn it. Anyway, yes. No offense if you're one of them, but if you really do search on YouTube about how to draw, you cannot miss these guys. And if you don't know any of them, or if you don't know some of them, you are actually kind of behind. And you're probably not researching enough. Maybe you think you are, but you're just lying to yourself. You better start searching because these guys are actually the best. The moment you search for about how to draw heads, you see Marco, what's his name, Mark Brunette. You see Proco. You see Sam Does Arts. how to draw the human figure. You see Mark Brunett, you see Sam Lazard, you see all these people. How to draw from reference. You see Ethan Becker, you see Mark Brunett, you see Sam Lazard. They're all there. Proko is even there. He even teaches realistic art too. So like, what's your excuse? You're just not researching enough. Damn it. Come on, get it together, guys. So yes, it's time for you to really search for actual videos on art. Like look for the ones look for the artists you actually enjoy seeing their works the most. Try to imitate them and follow them, subscribe to their channel, get used to what they think about the arts. I mean how they think about art in general. Try to understand their concepts in how they make their art. That's how you learn. You don't just sit around and try to do things. I mean, if we were learning everything on our own, we would still be in the cave, in the caveman's time. Because, like, damn, it's like you have nothing to build on. Learn from someone who's a professional at what you want to do. At least that's how I did it. So, yeah, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope this sort of answers your questions about how to improve on your art. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content and would like to see more on this channel. So yeah, give it a like and subscribe to this channel. Hopefully I'll be making more of these videos very soon. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.